Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back. Got a pair of really beautiful alligator skins boots. They look to be custom. No, they're Lucchese's, and man, are they awesome! All the studs in here. Really beautiful heel, and the uppers are just gorgeous. Tell me what you think of these in the comments, huh? So they're pretty well taken care of. They've got a pretty good sheen on them already. We're just going to do some basic maintenance, all right? Something that you can do at home as well. If you ever get a pair of boots like these, show me pictures of them. Just go to my Instagram and send me pictures of them on my DMs. I want to see all your boots. Okay, let's do right. I'm going to start just doing a quick dusting. These boots are not very dirty. Little Cadillac leather lotion with our trusty dauber brush. Where I see most of the dirt on these boots are it's right down here at the end of the heel, in the crevices here. Some dust. Should have worked in that. Get a little bit more. These are pretty big boots. I'd say they're maybe 13 or 14 size. I remember one time I was working at the airport here in San Antonio doing shoe shining. A gentleman walks up to the stand, and his boots are literally covered in caliche and rocks and debris. He's working in the oil field, and he had some $1,500 Lucchese ostrich, Folkwell ostrich. Just a magnificent looking boot when done. But upon first seeing them, I was doubtful I could help him, because I had never seen such a filthy, disgusting boot, you know. But with a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, the right products, I was able to get him looking like this, you know. I was surprised. You know, when you buy something of quality, I feel you're going to be able to maintain it a lot easier than you do when you buy something that's just cheap trash, you know. So, little burgundy cream for the body here. Maintain that red color. A little later we'll be using ox blood for polish. I remember the look on that guy's face when I cleaned his boots. And my station was filthy after that too. I had to sweep and mop it. It was a good day. Kind of told me early on in my career that I could do anything, you know. Anything is possible. A lot of people say, "Oh, you don't want to touch these boots. They're done." And I look at them and I tell them, "No, they're not. They're not done. Let me take a crack at them." when I think of that day. Little brown cream for the edges here. Should get the tip as well. It's very important. These creams will help correct color. They'll help condition. They'll help fill in all the little imperfections. Use a brown brush. Remember, when we brush, we're barely touching the surface. Just letting the weight of the brush fall on the leather. Do not scrub. You scrub, you're going to be taking off a lot of the product that you put on. And we want that to soak in. We want it to be worked into the leather. Looking pretty good. Even better. That's another thing, is like a guy might pass by me and say, "Oh, I'm good, you know, I don't need it." But even if you're maybe halfway there, you can still get a little more, right? And doing that gives you that extra protection. Okay, I'm just bust out the ox blood here. It's a color we don't use very often, so the can is still pretty full. And I stuck my hand in the boot to give it that brace. Right? I hope you can see that. That really helps to drive in the polish into the leather. I'm really happy when I get to polish a pair of boots like these. It's such a work of art. Something like this. It's a product that's going to last a very, very long time. With just a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of care. Let's set this one aside. Put the cap back on it so it doesn't dry out at all. Let's clean our space a bit. We don't want anything getting onto the polish, right? Especially in this stage, if dust were to fall onto the polish, it'll stick to the polish and then interrupt the process. It'll get embedded with the polish and eventually come off. And then you'll have like little blotches here and there where the polish didn't adhere to it. All right, and since we're using red, we're going to use a brown brush. Or, you know what? Figuring this step. We need brown for the edge. Polishing the edges is something I don't see a lot of guys doing, and you know you really should be. Polish is protection, right? So we need to be protecting the part of the shoe or the part of the boot that meets the ground, or that's closest to the ground, right? The part of the shoe or boot that's most likely going to be damaged or dirty. Definitely want to protect that first. All right, now we brush it out. Remember to move your brush in different directions. Nice, healthy glow, especially from those edges. Quite nice. All right. Now, we've got a layer of burgundy cream. We've got a layer of ox blood. Let's put another layer of ox blood on the whole body. And then we're going to finish with Clear Polish High Shine. We don't want a whole ton of polish on reptilian skins. You know, you don't want to cake it on there. We do want a good healthy amount for protection. And to add color as well, like this part right here is a bit discolored, so I made sure to add a little bit to that area to help balance the color throughout. Alright, that was the last layer of ox blood. And like I said at the beginning of the video, these boots are already pretty good, right? It's not going to need a lot to get them back to where they need to be. Now for the high shine, just a little bit. We're going to focus on the toe and the heel. Notice how I'm using my right hand for the neutral. I want to keep this hand clean so I can greet customers. This hand is for color, right? The left hand you don't normally shake with. The right hand you do, especially in Western culture. Something to think about if you're going to do this professionally. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of a shoe shine and a person will come up to you and want to engage with you and meet you, and I'd rather have a hand available to shake their hand and make them feel welcome than telling them to wait until I wash my hands, you know. Let's do a little buff. circles back and forth, left and right. Try to heat up that polish just a tad. Look at that. I'll show you the before and after now. See what I mean? Just a little bit of time and effort. You go from looking pretty good, oh, I'm alright, I don't need to shine, to this is what you could be. Okay? So the next time you look down at your shoes and you think, well, maybe I don't need a shine yet, Don't wait that long, okay? Don't wait until something goes wrong, until it's broken, until it gets scratches and scuffs and all that. Protect it. Prevent that stuff from happening, right? Polished shoes and boots like this helps to prevent those minor scratching, those minor scuffing, It's not going to prevent a nice stabbing it or a boulder crushing it or something like that. But all that minor stuff from happening, all the little bumps and bruises, it's going to really help with that, okay? It's going to hit the polish before it hits the leather, all right? So just remember that the next time you think that, I'm going to put off shining my shoes, or I'm going to wait until something bad happens. Don't. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content today. Working hard to bring you guys more, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves out there. I hope you're being kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.